Well, now, what a morning. Good
Good
morning,
morning.
Kat. We had a little technical glitch here, so we're going to give it a couple minutes and let everybody get signed in and join us. And I might even, I don't know, we'll figure something out here. We didn't do the countdown timer, so we got to give it a couple minutes and let people find us.
Okay.
So, right now, we got no viewers. There we go. Oh, we're getting some people. So, so when they watch the rerun, they'll know that we had some technical issues.
The cat is not technical.
Um, and now I
Hi,
got to finish
Nancy.
this part. Um, yeah, hi Nancy. We had a little glitch this morning, so we had to redo it. Okay, now I got to get. Excuse me. Oh, now I got to do the. There we go. I hope this link still works. There we go. Yeah, there will be. There was no countdown because we got started late. I actually had to make a new show because of a glitch. So anyway, we've got a few people on, and I think we're just going to go ahead and start the show. So first things first, um, and I'll mention it throughout the show. Our giveaway. All right. If you type in hashtag GPRM, I'll put it up here for you. Whoops, wrong one. If you type in hashtag GPRM, you get entered in the drawing. We got another martingale collar giveaway. We got a medium and we've got a large, up to 26 inches. And I'm doing something on the side too. Rachel's not here today. She had to actually earn a living, so she's at work, um, and we're waiting on our other two folks to come back. I guess I better check email. Since I had to create a new show, I had to send out new links. Okay, so but anyway, everybody will be back in a second, um, and we'll get our show started. But we do have our star for the day, so we'll get going on that. Um, and first of all, don't type in. I'm going to have you redo your hashtag GPRM. So as soon as I set it up here.
Hi, Holly.
Now you can if you type in hashtag GPRM, and if you typed it in before now, type it in again. All right, you can type in as many times as you want. It'll only catch one of them. So anyway, hashtag GPRM. We've got martingale collars on the giveaway today. We did that on our first giveaway, and so let's get on with the show since we're getting a little bit of a late start. All right, and I just want to start it out with well, let's play. Let's just show you Lizzie's little story here. That's Lizzie's picture. How about I go down to the video? Here we go. All right. Well, look, there's Lizzie. How
There it
about
is.
that? There you go. Well, hi, Tammy. Hi,
Hi.
foster mom, Tammy.
Hello there.
Hi, Tammy.
How you doing today?
Good.
Good. What can you tell us about this girl? And I'm going to have Kat take over because I have to do a couple things here for the new show. And she can read the comments. And if they have questions in the comments, she'll ask you when you're done telling us about Lizzie. How's that?
That sounds great.
Okay.
Right.
Somebody likes Lizzie's freckles.
I do love Lizzie's freckles.
So tell us a little bit about Lizzie.
Well, Lizzie came to us when she was about 6 months old, and she's been here for about a month. It's been a great time to get to know her and her quirks and to see her personality come out. They need a little bit of time when they first get here because, there's new people and new smells and new floors and new doors, and they just need a little bit of time. And this month has been just a good time to get to know her. And her personality is just so much fun. She, I don't know, she's just been a joy to foster. She came with a few traumas from her past, but she is just learning so much, and she's just a little sponge when she comes to learning new things.
So does Lizzie get along well with your other dogs?
She does. She really likes our other dogs. We have a 10-year-old Newfie and a 3-year-old Pier. And our Newfie doesn't really play with anybody any longer. She just kind of rules the roost around here. And so she's been busy teaching Lizzie manners and what's too rough of playing and too much roughhousing in the house or too much running in the house. That tends to be Rosie's job. She just kind of cracks her own little barking boom, and Lizzie learns that that's too much. And so that's kind of Rosie's job. They get along fine. You'll see them snuggling, but Rosie doesn't really play at this point anymore. With our Pier, she just loves a great romp. You'll see them, they get the zoomies together outside. And it's so funny to watch Lizzie run because she's super uncoordinated. Like her legs have grown, but the rest of her is not quite caught up. And
so she's at that awkward teenage stage.
Yeah, kind of a lope, kind of a hop, kind of all uncoordinated, and she hasn't factored in yet the amount of time she needs to actually stop before she runs into people. And so we're working on that and teaching her to slow down. And it's just fun. You can't help but smile and laugh at her when she is running and playing because she's having a ball.
Has Lizzie been with children so far?
Well, we have 8 children, so she gets her fill of children. Not all of them live at home, but some of my children have children also. So she really has been exposed to quite a few children, and she does great. It was our 10-year-old in the video that she really likes him a lot. That's kind of her person. And so she kind of claims him. She'll hold him and hug him.
Aww.
And it's super sweet. It's really super sweet. She's really there he is. And it's hard to tell from that picture, but you can see she's holding on to him. Yeah, she's holding on to something almost always.
And her stuffed animal too, huh?
Yeah,
she does love her stuffies. Yes.
And what about with other cats? Has she been around cats?
Well, we don't usually have the opportunity to introduce dogs to cats, but one of our daughters was visiting, and she had her cat here, and they didn't get a lot of time alone, but we did introduce her to cats to see what her reaction would be, and she was interested, curious, but not like it would worry you. I mean, she just wanted to play, and the cat wanted nothing to do with that, but she did fine with the cat. I think she would do okay in a house with cats with a great introduction.
All right. I think this picture here is probably one of my favorites of hers.
Yeah.
Between that one and, that one.
It's a good freckle picture.
Yeah, it is. What kind of fencing would you think she needs as she grows?
Well, we always recommend a 6-foot fence, but she has not challenged the fences. We have one side of our yard that is only 4 foot, like a 4-foot chain link. And actually, if she pushed on the bottom, she could probably squeeze through. But she's never actually challenged the fences at all.
Okay. All right. Now, can she be an only dog? And we know she'll do well with another dog, but as she grows, what do you think if she was to go as an only dog? Would that be a good idea or not?
Well, I guess it's hard to say it's still just 7 months, but some puppies they just love other dogs. They need another dog to show them the ropes. But Lizzie is really a people dog, and she's almost always right beside me or my son. Even when she's playing, she's got an eye on you. And sometimes I swear, even when she's sleeping, she has an eye on you. She really keeps track of people.
Good girl. All right. I'm going to put her. We got two. Are you watching the comments, Kat?
I am. Everybody's talking about her freckles.
Yeah, that's kind of outstanding. So anyway, gprescue.com, current adoptables. That's where you go to apply to adopt Lizzie. And she's available, and whoever gets her is going to hit the jackpot, huh?
Yeah. I have my own opinions about her. Some facts that are probably good for Lizzie are her vetting is done. She's on her preventatives. Her heartworm test was negative. She walks well on a leash. She is crate trained. She takes her meals in her crate also.
Wow.
When we leave, she's in her crate. She's food motivated, but not food aggressive at all. She's very gentle mouthed when taking a treat. I think she's just going to be a real joy for somebody who gets her. And yes, she is housebroken. I think whoever gets her, though, will have to realize there'll need to be a little bit of a grace period while she learns where your doors are and how she should alert you that she needs to go out. She needs you to still notice her. She goes to the door and tells you, but she doesn't ring bells or anything yet. We're working on that. She doesn't like the bells, or she likes to run away with the bells. She doesn't like to use them as an alert. So that's still a work in progress.
And she's still young, and you still have her. And
absolutely,
GP
she's
Rescue
learned so much. She really has learned so much already.
Well, they have to. They're in a foster home with a good foster mom, and she appreciates that you saved her. So
yeah,
there you go.
She's a happy girl.
For those of you that don't remember, she was taken to a vet, and this is how she came into rescue by her previous owner at a young age. For what, 6 months?
6 months.
6 months to be euthanized over aggression.
Yeah.
And the vet denied her, said no, he can't euthanize a happy, healthy dog. And well, it's a vet that the rescue uses periodically, and they contacted the rescue, and here she is.
Yeah.
And have you seen anything of the backstory?
Aggression, no. Puppy behavior, yes.
Thank you.
She really needed to learn some manners, not to jump and not to counter surf and appropriate playing. Lizzie.
Okay.
She just needed the chance. She needed some human to teach her how to be socially acceptable and to take all that puppy energy and focus it into the right behaviors.
Yeah. And teach her we don't want her to solve her own problems.
No, we don't. We want her to focus on the things we tell her to do.
All right. Okay, Tammy, thank you. GPRescue.com, that's where you go right there. That's where you go to read all about Lizzie, and you can adopt her right off of there. And she's, like I said, you're going to hit the jackpot with this little girl.
She's
Tammy,
a good girl.
Thank you very much. I'm going to put you down in the green room. We're going to move forward since we got a late start. And you're more than welcome to watch the show from down there. But if I see her doing something cute, like turn upside down or fall off the bed, she's coming back up so everybody can see it. All right.
Yeah, and she's back there trying to get her stuffy. So.
Okay. All right. So gprescue.com, you can scroll down to Lizzie and you can read all about her. Although her mom just told you about her. Thank you, Tammy. And we're going to take you back down the green room now. All right. So, wow. What a girl, huh, Kat?
She is a cutie.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I think we're going to go ahead and bring up our next sweetheart, but I'm going to bring Roman up to join us too. Okay.
Alrighty.
So hi, Roman.
How you guys doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. So we're going to bring up our next featured superstar. And as soon as I'm done making everybody dizzy, there we go. I got it. I hope I didn't make everybody too dizzy, but everybody, we'd like you to meet Bailey. Okay.
Bailey.
And Bailey is being fostered in Iowa. And
She's on.
and we're getting a little choppy. Roman, I'm going to take you back down, all right? Okay, thanks. There we go. Let's see if that helps their video. Here, a minute ago, they were doing perfect. Huh. Well, Lance or Stacy, say something. Let's see if we can hear you.
This is Bailey and Lance and Stacy. Can you hear me?
Yeah, and that's Bailey. Absolutely. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, hi there, Stacy. And how's Bailey doing?
Bailey's doing wonderful. I think she's going to sleep through this whole thing.
I like that position she sleeps in. What can you tell everybody about her?
Bailey is just a sweetheart. She's about 8 months old. She's not a huge dog, but she's a very fluffy dog. She was surrendered. I think she's just got too much puppy energy for her previous owners. She has fit into our house absolutely perfectly. She literally loves running with the rest of the puppies. She loves her humans. She will not leave you in any way, shape, or form. She'll just stay there and let you rub her for hours. She sits perfectly. She does listen. She loves people, loves children, loves adults. The friendliest thing in the entire world. She obviously loves her naps too. She was very high energy when she got here. She loved to counter surf, and she's still in puppy mode. So, she kind of runs into things and everything surprises her still. But you can tell she's, even just the month that we've had her, she's really developing into a little sweetheart. So.
Okay. Hey, Stacy.
Yeah.
Okay, they got you now. All right, keep going. You had they were saying on the comments that you had just a black screen, but we can see them all. So
Yeah.
And your signal's a little choppy, so we'll keep on going here.
Okay.
All right. Sorry to interrupt.
That's okay. I don't remember. She is walks well on a leash. I have not crate trained her. She was potty trained when she got here. She's not had any accidents. She's doing absolutely wonderful. She's very food motivated. She loves treats. She sits perfectly. She's just a little angel. She loves to play, and she's still a chewer. She really loves ropes and stuff. She likes to play tug of war, and she likes bones and rawhides. So you wouldn't know this. You should try and wake her up. So yeah, she crawls up on the bed. Not sure if she's supposed to be on the bed or not, but all the rest of mine are on the bed, so it's okay. But yeah, she is a big lover. She would definitely need to be somebody that is. She doesn't need to be left alone. She's not old enough for that. Otherwise, she probably would chew a lot of things. But we have enough other dogs. She's perfectly happy with the crew we have around here. So. She's a little busybody and she's full of energy, but she's a really, really excellent dog. So
Melissa says she looks like an angel, another perfect peer.
she really is. It's like she's so cute. You try and wake her up a little bit so you can see her fluffy head. Bailey Sue.
What kind of fence would she need at an adopter's house?
We have 6-foot fences. So,
okay.
And she jumps. She's not done anything to the fence and not really challenged the fences, but she's a jumper. She doesn't necessarily jump on people, but when she wants to jump up on something, she has no issue getting up there.
I see. Okay. So she would need a tall fence.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I would say she probably either needs people that are home or she needs another dog to play with.
Okay.
So,
all right. That's good.
So Bailey's social.
So she needs a playmate. And
she definitely needs a playmate.
Cool. All right.
And it really doesn't matter if it's an old dog or a young dog. She plays with all of them. So
okay.
Now is Bailey good with cats?
We do not have cats, so I have not tested that. We have other animals, but she's around goats and chickens and everybody else. She seems to just love everything. So she's not attacked or done anything. So she's been fine with all the other animals around here.
And is she considered housebroken also?
Yes, she is housebroken.
Cool. All right. I don't like that term, but anyway, thank you so much.
Babies do. Baby. Hey.
You look like a sweetheart.
She is
I
She's
know
like,
you
"No."
said this, but how much does she weigh again?
How much does she weigh, Lance?
Oh, maybe you didn't say it.
She's almost 80 pounds.
Okay. All right. So she's kind of a medium-sized little girl. So
Yeah, she's not huge in any way, shape, or form.
all right.
She's one of our smaller ones.
All right. So you go out to gprescue.com, current adoptables. You can read her profile out there. It just went up yesterday or day before. And she's a brand new profile up there. So you read all about her and you can even apply to adopt her. She doesn't need a foster. She has a foster. So Stacy, thank you so much for coming on. And I hope she has a good nap. It's hard being a young dog, isn't it?
Yeah, it is really hard. She
Okay.
was out playing this morning pretty hard with the other puppies, so it's nap time. Oh, we gonna wake up, Baby Bailey?
Oh, she
Can you hear
does. Her eyes do open. Okay, cool.
Yes,
All
they
right.
do.
Okay. All right, you guys. Lance, Stacy, thank you so much for bringing her on. And you've got a
Thank
couple
you.
of more fosters too. We'll have to get you back on again.
Oh yeah, we have Zane and Charlie, and
Charlie, yes.
yes, our
Yeah.
two crazy feral dogs. They're upstairs hiding. They were out playing in the mud a little bit earlier. So.
Oh, okay. So do we get to see muddy dogs?
Oh, well, I have some clean ones and muddy ones.
Okay.
This is my really muddy one.
Ah,
That's my true LGD. She was sick of the rain, so she came inside.
gotcha. All right.
Big Reba snoring.
How many dogs, just out of curiosity, how many Great Pyrenees do you have on at your place?
We have 8.
You have 8 Great Pyrenees.
And here's the couch.
Ah,
Here's Gabe.
and which one's that?
This is Gabe. This is our dog. This is
Okay.
our first adoptee.
Okay,
So
cool.
yeah.
All right. Okay, we're going to move on, Stacy. We have to.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
thank you so much. I'm going to take you guys back down to the green room. You're more than welcome
Awesome.
to watch the show from down there.
Okay.
And but once again, just like I told Tammy, if I see something cute, be ready because you're going to come back up so everybody else can see it.
Okay. Thanks, Steve.
But you also have the opportunity to go to work from down there and nobody can see you leave except us. So,
Exactly.
all right. All right, guys.
Exactly.
You have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You
Thank
too.
you for
All right.
fostering.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Ain't that awesome? All right. We're going to bring Roman back up now. So hey, Roman. I'll tell you what, I almost brought Tammy and Lizzie back up for a second, but then she got off the camera. Lizzie did. We can only see just barely the top of her head, so that's all right. And now we have, before we get into Roman, we're going to do a little update on a dog that everybody knows, okay? And we put together a little video of it. So, and this is the second week. Today is 14 days that she's been in rescue today. And so this is her 2-week update. Whoa, look at here. Courtney, is Pearl with us today?
This is Pearl.
Oh, boy.
As soon as we get on video, all the dogs in the house see something outside that they're interested in. So,
Well, of course, that's what's supposed to happen, right?
but here she is.
Well, everybody, there's Pearl. Okay, we got to see her live.
Yes.
Look at that beautiful dog.
She's doing amazing.
I still say she looks like an Akbash, and I think Chewy has the best bark on the planet.
You know, the funny thing is they actually both got a little work done for the mailman earlier, And I think Chewy has a girlier bark than she does. So
Okay.
whenever they
Well,
start,
everybody, that you get to meet Pearl. So she was very popular when we were trying to get her a foster, right?
yes.
She was not doing well in the shelter at all. And now that in that video, I saw a picture of a door. What's that door all about?
So whenever she came to me, she had a lot of anxiety. And of course, the first week that I had her, we had a couple rainstorms. So that happened when, so I guess I should preface by saying I gave her a bedroom downstairs. We knew she didn't do good in crates. So in order to keep her locked up whenever I wasn't home, I gave her a whole bedroom downstairs. So that was kind of her area. But whenever it would thunder, she got some anxiety. So she actually up tearing the trim off around the door and knocked the door off the wall. So that's what we dealt with the first few days that she was here. But luckily we've kind of worked through some things. After the thunderstorms, we dealt with fireworks for 4 days for 4th of July. So it's all kind of been back to back of working through her anxiety and working through obstacles. But she's just made tremendous progress every single day since. And it shocks me how quickly she's working through.
Yeah. Now she's not public yet. She's not quite ready for prime time yet. So
Right.
We're giving you an update on her. And boy, she looks awful akbashi.
Yes.
Is that a word, Roman? Akbashi? She's beautiful. She really, really is. And Melissa seems to agree that Pearl is precious.
She's beautiful. She's an angel. She's blessed. She's so, you can tell she's just so gentle and kind-hearted. We have Chewy in the house and then a cat too. And no matter what they throw at her, she's just like, I'm here along for the ride. I'll deal with it. Whatever happens, happens. So
That's good. You've been doing some good things with her, Courtney, and because when she came in, wow, she was a mess, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She was an emotional mess, and Courtney's been helping her through it. Roman's been helping her, and Courtney doesn't even know it, or maybe she does know it.
The technique's probably from you, Roman.
Yeah,
This really
Nancy
works.
wants. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Kat.
Oh, I didn't say anything. I was just going to tell Holly thank you, but now I've said it.
Okay, how old is Pearl? Do we know our guest?
She's 3 years old, 3 pounds, which 80 pounds is small for her. You can see she definitely needs to gain some weight, and we're working on it. So I can't say for sure how much she needs to gain to be at a healthy weight, but she'll definitely be bigger than 3 pounds by the time for adoption.
All right. Now Holly had to leave, but she said she shared it on her page, and that's a good thing. Let's share the show. Let's get the word out that way too. That's another way to do it. We could have had a better start this morning, but but that's another way to do it. All right. We had some technical difficulties, and I apologize to everybody. So thank you, Courtney, for taking care of her. And now you got a door to fix, don't you?
What's that?
So, and I think Roman knows a carpenter too, as a matter of fact. All right.
Maybe some
So
yeah.
stay tuned. Keep your eyes open for Pearl. She is coming along here quite nicely. And,
Yes.
And she's just I've been able to witness her transition, and that's always awesome. So, all right, Courtney, I'm going to take you back down to the green room, and we got to bring Roman up. We got to get him going here. Because these are two questions that we were supposed to do last week, but it was puppy edition, and they didn't fit. So anyway, thank you, Courtney, and we're going to try to update everybody, once a week. So next week will be week 3. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a good one, Courtney. All right. Wow. What a surprise. That video ended, and there's Courtney with Pearl. Now, I don't know how that happened. So anyway, hi Roman.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. Getting ready
Good.
for my class today, 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Roman, he's got a, and I'll see if I can put it in the comments here. I'm going to try like heck anyway. Um, Roman is giving a class tonight. All right, and on aggressive dogs. Is that right?
Yeah, healing aggression through secure attachment relationship.
Okay, and this is going to be perfect. Let's get into his class, and I got to get that link up here. Um, but I'm gonna put the link up while you're addressing some questions. All right. So, but also what I wanted to bring up too was for those of you that got as confused as me. All right. This when we started the show, hashtag GPRM. If you put that into the comments, we have our drawing at the end of the show, and we have Martingale collar again. Okay, we have two sizes.
Mugsy's outside.
So hashtag GPRM, and just put it in the comments, and it enters you into the drawing. Now your class is very interesting because next week on the show we're going to talk about reactive dogs. That's going to actually be a talking point. Okay, how about that? And and there's a lot that goes along with that because sometimes a rescue can take in a reactive dog and not even realize it. All right. Well, what do? Well, you work them through it. So anyway, all right. So while you're, I'm gonna, we got good. We got some hashtag GPRMs coming in. I like that. So I'm going to read the first question for you, and it's actually from someone we know. This is from Peer Rescue and Sanctuary in Colorado. It's Judy, and they're in Peyton, Colorado. We're streaming to their page too. So
good.
She said, here's a common issue we see. And of course, well, it's hard to duplicate in a kennel environment, in her environment. She's got the nicest kennel. I got a video tour of it. But it's hard to duplicate there for training purposes. All right. We often get, and they even adopt out, peers who become too attached to their owners and homes to the point of not allowing anyone strange into the house or the yard, or sometimes even near the owners, the ones that they have bonded to or haven't bonded to, probably. The most often this happens on leash walks, meeting other people or dogs, or other people with dogs, but even people without dogs. But even happens in their own yard at their home. Sometimes sometimes it may just be jealousy, she said, but most often it seems to be protection to the nth degree. Now, the second question is kind of related to this, okay? But let's go ahead and address this one for Judy, okay? You want to do that?
Judy, thanks for the question. It is a very common, actually, problem in guardian breeds. Now, we have to kind of understand a breed trait. The breed trait of a Pyrenees is to be able to make a distinction between a family and a non-family. In dog words, my herd and everybody who is a threat is not my herd. That is a breed trait. That is a breed trait that was trained into for 4.2 million generations. Okay? A stone will be hard, period. Now, can we take a stone and hit ourselves? That will hurt, but we can build a stone house. So we have to use that breed trait and modify the job description that even the people who come to our house are still family, even if they don't live in that house. This is where the social experience comes in. What do we do if there is something new happening in your environment that you don't consider family? What is the next step to do other than attacking, protecting, guarding? Check in with me for further instructions will be the answer. But to get there, the dog has to learn that that's an option. So even though the dog will not show this behavior in a home environment or in a foster environment or in a training facility, we can teach the dog to look to the person for information if something new happens and the dog doesn't understand. Because if we have to see, when a dog comes into the rescue, there's a reason for that. Okay, there's always a reason for the dog end up in rescue, not a good one. But usually the problem is lack of socialization, lack of education, neglect, physical trauma, emotional trauma, medical trauma, all these things. There's something wrong happened through that period of time that he grew up that didn't work out with him in the house or in the property or in the work that he's working on. So we have to start from scratch. As soon as the dog comes into the facility, we can already start changing his job description in a new one, better one than the one he had before. Now we have a thing that comes into the equation.
Oh, shoot, we lost you here, Roman. We lost your audio.
Yeah, because
There you
somebody
are.
wanted to call me. Here we go. So
Gotcha.
the trauma that kicks in when the dog loses his previous home. So the previous home, from a dog's perspective, is being lost because the dog wasn't good enough, which means the dog will escalate his behavior to remain in the house that he lost because he wasn't good enough in the previous home. So even if the dog was good and did not resource guarding, or a little bit, that will escalate to the next level. So in the shelter environment, we have to capture that and teaching him that a job description is being given, you don't take it on your own, right? And the job description comes in very subtle. What do you do when you see something that you don't understand? You check in with me, I'll solve you the problem. It's not your responsibility to make that decision. And I'm coming back to my 2-treat exercise. You teach the dog that he has two options, the right one and the left one, the good one and the other good one. Which one is the good one? Which one is the better one? And the dog cannot make that choice. So it's a complex decision to make. And the dog cannot do that. So genetically speaking, he will naturally search for information, somebody to help him make that decision, which is you. That's why you place yourself in between those two treats, right? And he looks at you, awesome, jackpot, see? I solve your problem. You check in with me, you get both. You try to get it alone, you fail. That is the first idea of conveying that if you see something you don't know the solution about, check in with your trusted person. He will help you. Now, soon the dog has a safe place in the house. He doesn't want to lose it. A stressor will increase the behavior that your dog will show. Like if a dog is stressed and he has a little bit of food guarding, it will escalate to really strong food guarding. If the dog is stressed about losing your attention, he will increase that and start protecting you so nobody else gets your attention. So that comes from insecurity. There are two versions of it. The one is a disorganized controlling behavior, which is jumping on, biting, barking at. And the other one is caring, controlling behavior, which means I lick you, I carry you, I touch you, I be with you, I love you. You cannot do without me. I'm going to die. You don't want me to do that either, right? And so we see that a dog approaches based on his emotional state, either way, to control the situation. A dog that jumps on is a controlling, disorganized behavior. A dog who licks you for comfort is not because he loves you, it's because he wants to control you. Usually, if we are talking about that particular idea of the dog feeling insecure. We're not saying the dog doesn't love you anyway, but if he does it excessively, that's likely the case. So if you see and you want to do an evaluation on a dog, the 2-treat exercise is a good idea to start. You will see if the dog is rather to get involved in trouble. The one's going to push you, poke you, bucket you, jump on you to get the treats. And the other one who rather stays away from it is the dog who will walk away and says, I'm not dealing with that. I don't know what to do. I'm going to walk away from it and come up later and see if the problem still exists. Okay? So these dogs who walk away from the situation are more safe than a dog who will start to fight about your treat that I had an idea to get. So these guys need a little bit more work. These guys, the tendencies to be more reactive at the fence is higher than these guys who walk away from the situation. Make sense? Now, in the leash walking, the same thing applies. Plus, if the dog has a trauma of not knowing what's going to happen, the leash usually what we do is we wrap the leash and we hold the leash tight and shorter, causing a stuck trauma. The dog natural response to fight or flight is being restricted and the dog is trapped. He feels helpless and he wants that to stop happening. And the reason why it's happening is because something showed up in front of him and something stopped him from being able to do things, and that causes frustration. Frustration can cause aggression, and he has two ways to react to that: attack the person and stop that from happening and bite the leash off, or get upset about the person, or he barks ahead of him telling me stay away from me because I don't know what to do, and it will escalate. So all these issues can be addressed if we catch it in time before it becomes a pattern and a habit. We go out for a walk, the leash is already tense. We see a dog, the leash is tense. The dog is already choking, can't even move. Meaning is the person actually triggers the dog for that particular behavior.
That's, yes, absolutely right.
So it's really complex answer for a simple thing, but we need to understand the idea behind that so we'll be able to address it. And yes, we're going to address that in the class too, in the workshop that I do today.
Cool. All right. Thanks, Roman. The second question. She gives us the dog's name too. Our peer Mac was great on walks in the beginning, but now as he got more comfortable, see what I was telling you about, these are kind of related. All right, but as he got more comfortable with us, he became more protective on walks. He goes ballistic when he sees any dog around our house. I've worked with keeping distance, but had to stop walking him because it's scary as he outweighs me. I don't want him to hurt someone, and he's clearly stressed when this happens.
Okay.
A couple of times he transferred his aggression out on another dog. Okay, redirected. On walks and in the backyard, which he has taken on his job to protect from birds and passerbys. It's a guardian breed. He warmed up to the neighbor's dog, but that's with a fence between them. He's only under threshold in the backyard.
Okay. So one thing we have to keep in mind, a dog who changes behavior pretty quickly, there is an underlying message here. Pain is number one. Physical pain is number one. Number two, emotional pain. Number three, it's conditioned. And number four, the dog comes up with a new plan, tries new things, it works, it's being rewarded, it's going to continue doing that. So the first one is we need to eliminate the dog is not in pain. Pain could be the dog has an infection. Pain could be the dog joints are hurting. The dog may have an inflammation. Maybe the dog doesn't feel well. He has a belly ache, which makes the dog less tolerant to new changes or triggers. Then the other option can be the dog has been emotional pain, meaning is he had a bad experience that we consider like, well, he just barked at us, so what's the big deal of it? And our response didn't help the situation. Now the dog doesn't trust us and he wants to take over that situation, takes over control. Meaning is he thinks by perceiving in a certain way will make this problem go away, which makes us upset. And it just becomes a vicious circle. And it escalates as we escalate and as the dog escalates. So it becomes a vicious circle. The dog responds, we make a wrong behavior. We try to calm the dog down. The dog doesn't see that way. The dog thinks he's being rewarded for that, but the problem is not fixed. And it would just escalate pretty quickly. So we need to do a timeline check and find out the first time it ever happened, what exactly happened. Sometimes we have somebody else walk the dog, something happens, the dog takes it the wrong way, and boom, the whole thing settles in. I've seen dog walker ruin the dog who stayed there for a day or two taking care of the dog while we were away. And we don't know. So that behavior, in my opinion, something is not seen. Like we have the person version of that story. We need to find out the dog's version of the story to get behind that. As it escalates, meaning if something happened and something was rewarded and something was encouraged and these things escalated. I'm not saying our friend did something wrong knowingly, but sometimes we try to calm the dog down by rewarding him for doing a certain behavior. And then we just make it things worse and worse. And now she's trapped not being able to walk the dog because the dog reacts because he was rewarded for doing that, or he thought that's a good way to do to make things happen.
Mhm.
That is definitely something that we need to talk about.
Um,
Now, from my perspective, it seems that he doesn't trust dogs in generally. So in the beginning, he was kind of okay with it, but now he already can predict the situation. The dog's anxious, and the walk makes him anxious, and generally, he's anxious before he actually leaves the house.
that's right. Um, and another thing I'd just like to add to, if you don't mind, when and then some cases when a behavior changes, something in the environment could have changed too, right?
Relocation, adding
Yep.
another dog in the family,
Buy
the other
another
dog actually
couch.
sends the message.
Yeah,
Instead,
this dog here, when we brought that couch in, I thought he was going to die. All right, it was a change. All right, we chuckle. Oh, it's just a new couch, but to him, it's a new world. All right, in
Oh
that
yeah,
area.
that's an
Yeah,
invasion.
that's right. So we always want to look at our environment. What has changed? Okay. So, but Roman, let's see. A lot of times there's something underlying. And
Rule out emotional and physical pain
that's right.
first.
We rule out medical and emotional physical. Yeah, absolutely. Because there's different types of abuse. I mean, obviously there's physical abuse, and
Domestic
then you've got
violence,
mental abuse.
being attacked by another dog from a
Right.
previous home, just a PTSD response.
Right. And now he doesn't trust any dogs on a walk because he got attacked by a dog on a walk.
Right.
Okay. So, but the emotional abuse, especially by a parent, sometimes that's hard to overcome. All right, it takes a little longer. We overcome it? Yeah, we can help them work through this,
Well,
and we can.
there's one factor that happens is as long as we are friends, the dog trusts us. As soon as the dog is reliable on us, he doesn't trust us.
That's right.
Me personally, as having an abused childhood, I know how that feels like. You just don't trust people who are family. You trust strangers.
Yep.
So as long as we're friends, we're good. As soon as we have a relationship, that's not a problem.
You told the story this morning about T-Bone, and he growled at Barbara. So keep in mind, Roman is a behaviorist, okay, and his dog growled at his wife. So tell him why. Remember, we was talking about look around your environment.
Well, the story goes a couple of months back, I had to put down my older dog. He was 17, had health issues, so we decided to help him out a little bit. And of course, I took both dogs, the two young dogs who are very bonded together, went into the vet. So I left with two dogs and I came back with one. Now, my adult dogs were very worried about that because they're still expecting the dog to come back, and he never came back again. Now, since COVID, when didn't being a lot outside, now I started taking my dog out for a walk, a bit socializing back again to social events, back to normalish. And I took my puppy, like my younger girl, she's not a puppy, she's like 12-year-old puppy, for a trip with a car, and I left. Now my dog freaked out because I thought she's never coming back again. And so his anxious and anxiety kicked in as a PTSD response because he was an abused dog with severe PTSD. He was twice on the kill list in a non-kill shelter supported by a non-kill rescue, just to give you an idea. And he got twice on the kill list there. And he starts being reactive and resource guarding over a package of canned foods that was closed. It wasn't even open yet, like from the shop. And he was there guarding that food, waiting for his girlfriend to come back. And he was very nervous about it. So he triggered PTSD resource guarding, and my wife, to keep herself safe, she went back into the room and she called me. And I drove back and took care of it. So what I did, basically remove him from the situation without any punishment, with anything. He trusts me because I'm his bonded partner. I came back without the dog, okay, just me alone, and was present and asked him to go in a safe place and give him something to chew, and that was it. I shielded. I have a baby gate. I get it up, and then I went back to work, and Barbara went back to work too. So after when I came back, I brought his girl back. He was super excited about it. She didn't die. Okay? And things calm down. So after that, it can take up to 72 hours for the dog to get over that stress, or maybe longer. So I'm not taking that offensive. I don't feel intimidated or embarrassed. Things can happen. Okay? We have a discussion with our partner. We say the wrong word, the wrong time. My partner gets upset. You're going to get divorced. Like, you're filing a divorce because of that. You talk it out. You understand what happens. You're being empathetic with it. You're not being resource guarding or upset about it. And dogs are just don't understand things, so we have to explain them in a different way.
Right. And I wanted you to bring that up because when we talked about something has changed, well, that is to most people, that was very subtle. Okay.
Right.
To us, that was a big change. To T-Bone, that was life changing.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And so little things can affect behavior. That's why I brought that up, because you talked about that this morning. So wow, Roman, thanks. Did you get your hashtag GPRM put in? Okay. So, but we had technical difficulties this morning. Next week, we are going to talk about why Great Pyrenees Rescue of Missouri takes reactive dogs. Okay. That's what we're going to talk about.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah. Right. So we would like, and
we've had some incredible dogs that came in traumatized and very, very reactive, and now they're like docile little pets.
But
you want to see your activity? Try to take my coffee away in the morning.
Oh,
am I a bad person without the coffee? Yeah.
See, that's just like over vaccinating. I would rather get over vaccinated than take his coffee away from him in the morning, because that turns into aggression. There's no reactivity about it. That's aggression. So anyway, all right, Roman, thanks. Once again, that was awesome. So everybody, if you we're getting ready to get ready to do our drawing, you type in hashtag GPRM to the comments, and you'll get entered into the drawing to win a martingale collar. For those that aren't familiar with the martingale, well, for those of you that have Great Pyrenees or Akbash, somebody, have you ever been on a walk and your dog hit the brakes, then put it in reverse, and then slipped out of their collar? When these are properly adjusted, that won't happen. Okay, a lot less chance. Let's put it that way. All right. Now, they're not chew-proof or anything like that. It gives you another tool to keep your dog with you. All right. And there you go. You want to say something about that, Roman? I forgot to make you little. Sorry. There we go. All right. Boy, it's been a heck of a day here today. So I want to thank you, Roman, very much for this. And I couldn't get that link posted because
I'm going to post it in the comments.
You know, that's where I was going to do it, but it wouldn't. The thing was, just the link was this big. Okay,
so because you picked it up from the Facebook comment, you copied it from there.
No, I copied it right out of Messenger. But anyway, I will get it into the comments, everybody, at 3 p.m. California time. You know, West Coast time, California. I used to live there. What can I say? So did Kat. All right, so 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, and then you can count back from there. 5 and 4 for 4 for Mountain, 5 for Central Time. It's not expensive. What is it? $67, and you get an hour and a half of.
It will likely be 2 hours, but this is for people who really are into it. It's not for beginners who don't understand obedience. It's kind of like literally a seminar about aggression and how to heal aggression and all these methods available out there.
And what causes it too. So
exactly.
And see, the part about this is, well, you can't work with the behavior until you find out what caused the behavior. Okay. And sometimes if you take away what caused it, the behavior goes away.
Well, most people have a wrong idea about aggression, even veterinarians. Growling means aggression, and they consider the dog aggressive because he growled.
Now, from a different perspective, all right, give me that coffee, Roman. Oh, I just took
Don't
Roman's
touch
coffee.
this.
He just growled at me. That's what the growl is communication. Okay? Just because a dog growls doesn't mean he's going to bite. All right?
Oh, I will.
No, I know he will. Now, there's also another saying I got from him here about a week or so ago in one of his seminars, workshops. A new phrase I use. All right, when you introduce a new dog, don't go nose to nose. Okay, because well, the dogs have to see body language also for one thing. Well, for two, you go nose to nose. Well, one of the dogs may not have a nose because it's going to get bit. Let them
The
sniff the
butt
butts.
never bites.
Butts don't bite.
I'm gonna
Okay.
print a shirt. My butt doesn't bite.
That's a T-shirt. Yes, it is. Butts
A
don't
teach
bite.
shirt. Wow.
So,
Apply
everybody,
for a
thank
teach
you.
shirt.
We're going to bring drawing up. All right. We've got enough in here. Let me get this screen shared for you so everybody can see it. And we're going to, and then I will get it sent out to you. Whoever wins it. So there it is right there. And share. Let's bring it up. So you're going to get to see the drawing. So last chance. Hashtag GPRM. Let's get hashtag GPRM into the comments. And I'll give you about 3 seconds here. And then we're going to hit draw. Everybody's that's entered saying, no, go now, go now. I can see it coming. So, all right. Okay, I don't see any coming in, so here we go. Let's draw it. This is a cool tool, isn't it? Holly, congratulations. You left the show. Okay. But we will figure out how to get a hold of you. And she's the one that put the comment up that she had to leave early, but she shared it to her groups. Okay. That's at least I believe that's who it was. Yep, that's who it was. That was Holly. So Holly, congratulations on winning the Mark Hill Collar. And if you don't have a dog, you can put it on your children if you want. I guess they won't slip out of it. All right. So thanks everybody for doing this. Now another thing we want to talk about also is share the show. We're here to get the word out. I mean, Roman has very good information every week. Okay. And we have a form that we put out on the page, and you can submit a question. Okay. What we're working on now, this is exciting, Roman. What we're working on is maybe be able to get a question, maybe be able to get the person up here to be able to ask it to you live. What about that? Wouldn't that be cool? That's right. So. But we're still doing big things. Share the show. Okay. Let's get more people watching it. And let's get more viewers on here. I would love to see 100 people in that drawing. I know you guys wouldn't, but I would love to see 100 people in the drawing. Okay. So.
And also, please remember that we do what we do because of the donations that all of you give us, and we appreciate those, and we would continue to love to get them. So there's the little place you can donate down there.
Yes, sir.
How many drawings can you do per day
on the show?
Yeah,
I don't know. We can probably fit. Well, we've had 4 or 5 on. Linda, if you're watching, I don't remember.
Okay.
Because
I can up the donation pot and put a training session into it. Okay. So for those who donate, hashtag I donated. Right.
We can make a second drawing. Yeah.
Right. They can win a training session.
There you go.
Yay.
We'll talk, and we're going to see if we can put that together. Okay. Or maybe we'll make that as the drawing 1 week. There we go. Instead of a second drawing, that will be our giveaway. We'll give away a training session. What does everybody think about
dog
that?
Training. Boom.
All right. Look at that. Hi, Ashley. We've been here this is our third week, so you're just a little slow. I'll send you the link next time, okay? Um, well, if I send you the link, then you're going to come on. We don't want to have you on quite yet. We'll get you up here, all right? But Ashley, she's in Utah, and she does a lot for the working dogs up there. Um, so yeah, I know you're right. She's a groomer, and she's giving us grooming tips on mats and stuff. Okay, that's everybody's biggest worry. Biggest issue with the grooming part. How do you get these mats out there attached to his skin? It seems like Ashley helped us out with that one day. So, and Tammy, think that the drawing for a training session is isn't a great idea. So I think we got some support here. So I think we'll do that for next week. What do you think, Roman? Awesome. All right. Okay, everybody. We're going to head out. And by the way, Ashley, Judy says hi. Okay. So we're going to head out. We're going to call it a week. Next week, we're going to have a talking point on why the rescue takes reactive dogs. And that's actually, it's going to be very well explained. And I think you're really, really going to like that. And Nancy thinks grooming would be a great topic one week. And she's probably right. So we get some pretty dirty dogs out here.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's not raining right now because I got a Kubas out in the backyard that I'm watching on camera, but she's a good girl. So, all right. Well, I'm sorry about the technical issue this morning, everybody, or this afternoon, and we won't repeat that. Okay. So, all right, here we go. I gotta get up to we got a new tune on the exit, so let us know what you think of it. So, as soon as I find it, there it is. Bye, everybody.
Bye.